No Child Left Behind is not a remedy, but a horror for our children. If you fail GSE maths, you will never get into a good school or college. You have to work hard to avoid failure. I was dealing with pretty severe depression and anxiety. Due to it, I would miss school, which would make me more stressed and anxious. These are all quotes from students and parents of today's education system. Doesn't seem so pretty now, does it? My story, well, growing up, I was always a straight A student. I had multiple talents. I participated in various extracurriculars. I held multiple leadership positions. My family friends, parents, friends would always compliment my accomplishments and successes. I didn't know what failure was until I got to high school. And I failed my first ever exam. My brain did not know how to process failure. My brain did not know how to process not feeling competent. For the first time in my life, I looked beneath me at a test score that didn't reflect what I felt like I was capable of. I fell into a whirlwind of anxiety and depression. I lost sight of who I was, my natural talents and skills. I forgot that I was very talented at speaking, at writing, at dancing, at inspiring others. All because I learned and I was conditioned to believe that my success equated to scores and numbers on a Scantron. The fact that we are conditioning today's children to believe that their competency equates to a letter or number grade is the deepest flaw of America's education system. We should be raising kids to identify their skills, to regulate their emotions when they're stressed, to know what they're competent in, to have a feeling of intention and purpose in their learning. While the US has acted as a spearhead for technology and infrastructure and innovation, it is no surprise that we are not ranked in the top 10 education systems of the world. I cannot count how many conversations I've come across with high schoolers and college students and college graduates, even older, who don't have a sense of purpose or belonging, who are no longer connected to their passions, who don't know how to make a difference in this world because they have been conditioned to follow the cookie cutter path and system of doing things. They have been taught how to create output. They have been taught how to create measurable outcome over impact, over fulfillment, over self-realization. It is also no surprise to me that the mental health epidemic within adolescents in the United States is over the roof. Furthermore, it's shown that 80% of students who are suffering with mental illness do not receive the care they deserve, or the care that they actually truly need. Due to this, they drop out of school. They fall into a greater whirlwind and cycle of anxiety and depression. They aren't aware of the resources they can contact in order to receive help. In fact, so many students aren't even aware that they have a school psychologist, let alone ways to access or contact them. Studies show that students are aware that standardized testing outcomes have consequences for teachers and educators. In fact, they even feel more anxious and stressed when it comes to standardized testing due to these outcomes that could potentially affect their teacher's career. So how do we solve this issue of restricted education in relation to poor mental health? Well, I propose a two-pronged solution. First of all, we need to lower the stakes associated with standardized testing. And to continue off of standardized education, we should replace the standardized method as much as we can with seminars, with workshops, with experimental and intentional conscious learning. We should make kids feel empowered at a young age about their natural talents and abilities. Instead of stunting their creativity, we should foster and cultivate it. We should give them space to grow and explore and know it's okay to take a leap of faith in themselves. For the times that students inevitably will become stressed and frustrated, we should integrate mindfulness programs in school. Cognitive neuroscience defines meditation and mindfulness as an intentional process designed for well-being and emotional regulation. What if we start teaching kids how to be in control of their emotions, how to identify their thoughts, and simply observe them instead of react from them? Many schools across the United States have already started implementing mindfulness and meditation in schools. It's shown that third graders who practice diaphragmatic breathing or belly breathing are already developing a sense of emotional regulation. Some other benefits include increased muscle relaxation, higher GPAs, and decreased attention time. Cognitive neuroscience studies have also shown that those who meditate experience a decreased reaction intensity in their autonomic nervous pathways when in the presence of emotional stimuli. To sum it up, this means that people are reacting in a more grounded way when they meditate and they learn to be aware of their thoughts. Let's not wait until students are adults to teach them proper emotional regulation techniques. Let's start integrating mindfulness sessions in schools. Let's start replacing detention with meditation. Let's start hosting workshops and events and assemblies and seminars where students can explore and grow with purpose and intentionality and meaning. Let's empower students to believe that they will always be change makers in this world, today and tomorrow, for the generations to come. Thank you.